Cops retaliate, destroy his property, get sued. What a title. Well, that's the video that you and I, America's Attorney, are reacting to today from Lackluster. So let's get started.
You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
So you're pulling me over for what?
Because you had your finger out.
Disorderly conduct what? For putting my middle finger up. That's correct?
No,
correct.
No, exactly.
Correct.
Right.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. A viewer named John sent me this video showing that on March 11th of 2022, he observed multiple Delaware state troopers conducting what is commonly referred to as a speed trap. And after finding a safe area on the side of the highway, John stood next to his vehicle and held up a sign to warn the passing drivers. Subsequently, Corporal Douglas arrived in an unmarked vehicle and confronted John, shutting down his protest and threatening to confiscate his sign. It's at this point that the video begins.
I am engaged in a First Amendment activity that is protected by...
Take the sign if
you are not.
Listen,
you are not
you
taking my property.
Listen to me.
This is so wonderful. I actually can't believe I get to watch this. Radar ahead. This is so funny. Like, first of all, I gotta say, I love the spirit of what this guy is doing, but there's literally an app for this called Waze. You can just tell everyone where the cops are using Waze. And I don't even use Waze. I use Google, but I'm just saying, you can't do it, but I love this. This is so awesome.
I'm
Are you the
asking,
judge?
I'm asking
Are you the
for
judge?
your badge
My
number.
badge number's right there.
What is your badge?
It's
Articulate
right
it.
there. It's right there. No,
Articulate.
No, I'm not going to
Am
articulate
I in detention? Are you detained?
Okay, so I gotta pause it right here and say, one of the things that I'm always talking about is the power dynamics in these interactions, right? And when we see cops out of line, what is like this one theme that kind of runs through it all the time? It's not about whether they know how to protect and serve. It's about, are they in charge of the interaction? They say protect and serve, but they want to win the interaction. I get the impulse. I get why they feel like they need to win the interaction, but like, that's not good police work. It's kind of like how they keep themselves mentally in a position to try to do good police work, but they're just trying to win this interaction. Like, he won't say the number, and that often leads to problems.
What are you detaining me for?
What?
What are you
You're
detaining?
disrupting traffic,
I'm not
sir.
disrupting
Yes, you
anything.
are.
I'm on the side of the road, legally parked, with a sign which is protected by the First Amendment.
You're
So you can,
disrupting
I'm
traffic.
disrupting
If you wanna do it
nothing.
somewhere else, that's fine.
I'm gonna do it right from here.
Okay, he says if you want to go somewhere else, you can do it. Dude, that is all you need to know. So if it is legal for him to do that somewhere else, then how is it illegal for him to do it there? It's not. These guys are just trying to jack up their revenue for the month by giving out some tickets. And this dude who's like kind of cool, but also kind of crazy, cutting into their revenue, and they're mad about it. It doesn't make it illegal. Oh my goodness. I love it that they said he's jumping into traffic. Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah, because he wants to die.
Trooper Gallo asserts that multiple drivers have told him that John was obstructing traffic by stepping into the street, but none of the witness accounts are documented, and thus cannot be used as evidence against John. Neither of the troopers witnessed John stepping into the street either. Absent of reasonable suspicion, this is an unlawful detention.
Okay, so I want to take issue a little bit with what Lackluster has said. If people actually did say this guy is jumping into traffic, they have a reasonable suspicion to detain him, to ask him about it. I agree with him that without the identity of those people being documented so that they can be called to testify against them either in an affidavit in terms of pretrial documents or at trial in terms of evidence, then he's correct. But an officer doesn't have to document that they had an interaction with a potential witness that gave them reasonable suspicion. Now, I think the cops are lying. I don't think that that has happened, and that's why it's not documented. But it's not true that they have to have documented the interaction with these concerned travelers in order to have reasonable suspicion to detain him for questioning. But, I mean, come on, guys.
You're very angry. Why so hostile?
Because you people are coming up here, I got a man trying to steal my property, telling me he's not gonna let me do something that's constitutionally
You're
protected.
disrupting traffic.
No, I'm not.
Stand on the side
What's
of
the
road,
statute
sir.
for that? What's the statute?
There's no statute for that. Oh my word. I gotta say, the cops, this is not how you do this. Wow.
I have armed men coming up threatening to steal my property. You're not taking shit. You have no authority whatsoever over me because I've committed no crime.
You're not saying you committed a crime.
You're not saying I committed a crime and you just tried to steal my property.
So this is really, really bad. Look, I know no cops are watching this video, but if you're a cop, don't say to the person that you're harassing, I'm not saying you committed a crime or you committed no crime, because at that point, you don't have a basis to talk to them in any way. As a human, yes, but as a law enforcement officer, no, you cannot do that. Oh my word, I can't. This is like amateur hour. This is unbelievable. I'm loving it. I actually am loving it.
You're not going to not allow me because you have no authority to stop me. Period. No authority to stop me.
I'm not going to let you do it, sir. I'm not going to let you do it.
You have no authority to stop me.
You wanted our attention, you got it. I
don't want your attention. Go the f away, road pirate.
You wanted our attention.
Go away, road pirates.
You're jumping in traffic.
You keep saying jumping in traffic. When did you witness this offense?
Don't come towards me.
Don't you came to me. You came to me. You came to me. You came to me.
Just to tell me that you're jumping out in front of them with the sign.
So they want to lick your boots. Let them.
Well, obviously they have a problem with you.
Well, that's fine. Hey, and you know what I have? I can go right over here.
So the cop is completely out of bounds. You got to understand, even if people don't like the fact that he's holding up the sign, which, by the way, everyone likes it. Like, literally, there's 330 million Americans, and all 330 million of them appreciate it that there is someone holding up a sign that says speed trap ahead or radar ahead or whatever it says. Like, literally, we all want it. It doesn't matter. If he's the only person in the world who likes the fact that he's holding up the sign, it doesn't matter. The First Amendment says he can hold up the sign, period.
Put your hands on me. You see what this motherfucker did? You see what he did? Don't put your hands on me. Do not put... Give me my crap.
They're doing it. They're doing it. They're violating his right. I mean, it's not funny, but it actually is because it's so predictable. I mean, not even withstanding the fact that we knew which way this was going when it started going. Once they're trying to win this interaction, when it's been pointed out by the citizen that the citizen knows the law and the cop doesn't, we're on a one-way road towards a rights violation, and here it goes. This is unbelievable. He said, the cop said, you haven't broken the law. I'm not gonna arrest you.
Have a nice day.
I want your badge number, you piece of shit. That is assault.
Okay, he's close. I've said this before and I'll say it again. When you touch another person, that's not an assault. That's a battery. An assault is when you put someone in fear of a touching, okay? And yes, it is a battery if you take a thing that's in someone's hand. I've got my coffee mug here because why wouldn't I? If you come up and you grab my coffee mug, you are moving my body. See that? This hand is moving the coffee mug. That's a violation. That's a battery because you're touching a thing that I have control of. It's not an assault though, but he's right. It is illegal. These cops, I mean.
All right, could you stop playing in traffic now?
I'm not playing in traffic, and you're getting a complaint, and you're getting a complaint, and I'm going home, making a new one up, and coming right back here.
As if things weren't already bad enough, John leaves the scene, and as he drives by the troopers, he extends a raised middle finger as a final act of protest, and as alleged in the complaint, in retaliation for John's exercise of First Amendment rights.
Good afternoon, sir. Corporal Douglas, Delaware State Police. The reason I stopped you is you had your hand out the window with
So what?
finger.
So what? It's constitutionally protected speech.
Is there a reason why you're doing that? Is there a reason why you're doing that?
You're stopping me for
This is like a skit. I mean, am I crazy? It's the same dude from 12 seconds ago. He's got training. He knows that he's supposed to say this stuff. He just can't figure out what's a crime and what's not. This is unbelievable.
constitutionally protected speech, right?
Because you had your hand out the window.
This is what I did. You got a problem with that?
Sir, listen to me. Listen to me.
No.
All right, listen.
Go
That's
away.
called disorderly conduct.
No, it is not.
That is disorderly
That
conduct.
is called freedom.
It is not disorderly conduct to flip someone off in traffic. It's lame. It's immature. It's not gonna work out well most of the time, but it is not illegal. Man!
Of speech.
If you are out in the public, you are out in the public and people see you.
No, it is not.
Here's what's going to happen.
No.
License, please.
No.
Here's what's going to happen.
I want your supervisor, please.
I am the supervisor. I am the supervisor.
License,
And that's why I'm here.
Finger out the
Disorderly
window.
conduct,
Now,
what?
here's what's about to happen. You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Arrested again for resisting arrest. Let's be clear here. He wasn't arrested the first time. In fact, according to the first cop, he wasn't even detained. He should have asked, am I free to go? Except that he was free to go because he said, I'm gonna go home and make a new sign. They said, that's fine. Then he said, I'm gonna go to Walmart because that's closer and I'll make a sign there. And not only did he say that was fine, he actually said, sure, go spend your money. So now he's saying he's going to arrest him again. He doesn't need to be arrested for sticking his finger out the window. I really was enjoying this video until the supervisor showed up, which is a little bit like real life sometimes.
For what?
You're being
I
detained.
told you why I stopped you already, sir.
For putting my middle finger up. That's correct?
No,
Correct.
no,
Exactly.
for-
Right.
You extended your arm out the window.
No, I had my middle finger out the window.
Okay, let me get your ID.
This is so crazy. So 636 is the actual witness to the event. He says you stuck your finger out the window. His supervisor is saying, no, you had your arm out the window. I mean, I don't know how that's different, but that guy wasn't even there, so how does he know that? Ridiculous.
I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Thank you very
just let
much.
us have this
Thank you very
information.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna set this
This
camera
really
here. I'm
is
checking it.
about winning.
Okay, make sure you also record yourself so you can see how you're acting.
Now,
They-
that is the first good advice or correct thing that any of these cops have really said, because this guy is acting kind of immature. I mean, I get it. He's mad. His rights are violated, but like, he won't let it go. And that's a theme in these videos. I get it. He's not trying to de-escalate it. Kind of the point of what he's doing is to just stick it to him. Oh, I mean, this guy is a better user of his First Amendment rights than maybe he is at setting an example for his kid about how to interact with the cops. I don't know.
Let me get you the ID because I'm gonna take you to court and sue you.
Okay.
I pulled you over because you had your finger.
Because I
your
flipped
arm
you
and your
off
finger.
because you stole my property.
All right, sir. We cited you for improper use of hand signals.
Oh, no. I did not.
Do you guys know this? This is like the left-hand turn and the right-hand turn and all this stuff. Oh my word. There's no way. There's no way. This is just too much. Wow. You know, one of the things you gotta remember while all this is happening is that there are people speeding and there's actual people actually criming. It's happening, probably on that highway. Meanwhile, these guys are citing him for some 1940s violation about hand signals.
Finally, in March of 2023, John filed a lawsuit against the troopers for First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and due process violations after being maliciously charged with failure to give a right-hand turn signal, which was dismissed a few months after its issuance. At the time of writing this, the lawsuit has just been filed, so we'll have to wait to see what the outcome will be.
So it's been a couple of months since the lawsuit was filed, but lawsuits take a long time. This is in federal court in Delaware, which means it's probably going to take between 1.5 and 2.5 years to resolve, unless it gets resolved by agreement early on. They really did violate this guy's rights. You can't do this without cell phones that take video, and I've said it before and I will say it again. FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, super, super great for holding law enforcement accountable. Doesn't even come close to comparing to cell phones with video. These things are the absolute bomb. I mean, they are the best for holding the government accountable. I love them. Well, that was pretty wild. I would love to know what you guys thought about the supervisor who showed up at the end. I mean, that guy, Clown Town. Anyways, let me know down below in the comments, and don't go far because we have more videos right here, or hop over to my channel, America's Attorney, and I will see you soon in my next video.
Big verdict.